good morning, and welcome to Power Nap Live. I can't believe it, but we're already here. It's a Sunday again. And so you know what that means. It's time for Power Nap Live, folks. I'm gonna wait for a couple more people to hop into the live, okay? As the people say, step on into the live. But I'm so glad that you are here with us today. I said us, it's just me. So y'all actually don't judge me. That's good because I, as you can see, am not at home today. I'm actually in a hotel. So I'm in a hotel trying to make it work, okay, as we do. All right. But I'm gonna wait just a couple more seconds for a few more people to pop in. I can see folks coming in. If you are here, let me know in the chat so I know that you're here. Let me pull my chat up real quick so I can see the comments. Okay, Erica, you saw my little jingle. You see my jingle. Baby, okay, if y'all missed the beginning, this is why you have to be here at 10 because there are new and exciting things always coming, okay? I don't even know if I can play it again. I'm gonna see if I can do that. Hi, Dorisha. How you doing? Good to see you. Listen, I'm surprised you're here because I know when are y'all gonna be out and about? When are y'all gonna be out and about for your conference that's coming up? I think you're doing something with Zeta. So let me know in the comments because I want to know. So I know before we didn't necessarily like talk as much like with people in the comments, but I'm here. This is us together. Okay. You guys are my conversation partners. So you have to talk to me in the chat so that I can always be talking to you. Erica said, Power Nap Live. Power Nap Live. Yes. So I can replay it for folks who missed it because I have a new little thing. I'm gonna keep making it even better, but let's see if it'll let me play it. I don't know if it will. Hold on. Power nap, power nap, power nap live. 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 Yeah. Power nap, power nap live. Y'all, that has me so tickled. Okay, come on, Power Nap Alive, baby. Okay, so Dorisha says she's gonna be in Tampa on Wednesday. Okay, I knew something was coming up, so I appreciate you being here because this is morning. I know you're trying to conserve your energy for what you and your sorors are gonna do. Okay, so I appreciate that. So anyway, I want to get started because I know some people will watch this back, and so I don't want tons. It's the mini me getting ready. I know, that's so cute. Shout out to my husband. He did the little animation, like the little ones that you see, of course, with the help of our friend Alfred Ingrid. But thank you, Dorisha. So he did that and I threw it into a video, and then he also made the song. So anyway, I get, okay, come on, family affair. Come on. Thanks, husband. I appreciate it. But anyway, I want to jump into the show because of course I know some people will be watching this after the fact, and so I don't want you to have to wait too long to get to the show because that's the point, right? So anyway, good morning. I'm Dr. Erin Wilson. I'm here with you at the Power Nap Live, and I'm actually in Memphis taping this today. I said taping this, but I'm live. But I'm actually in Memphis. I lost a childhood friend. I'm here for their funeral. So I'm actually still wearing this band in remembrance of him. So I'm not here for like work or vacation, which oftentimes you guys see me moving around. It's usually for those reasons. But I was actually here for the funeral of, like I said, one of my childhood best friends. But here's the thing, y'all. He was 39, like 39. And as much as I kind of joke about not this year, I think I'm not even going to say that out loud because I don't want y'all to be able to clock my age. especially with this skin, okay? But he was 39 and we grew up together. And even though I have to be honest, we weren't as close recently, it was kind of one of those situations where you just always knew if you needed the other person, they would be there. And we actually both ended up living in Texas at the same time. And so I kept saying, I'm going to reach out. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll text him later, or, he'll be there. Things with me are busy, so I'm not really worried about doing that. And so I never completely, made the time to reach out to him as much as I wanted to. And now I can't. And now I can't. And so that's one of those hard truths that we kind of live with. And it's a hard truth that I will have to live with because I honestly thought I had more time, right? I thought that, I would. Hi, Indiana. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm so glad to see you in the comments. I see Erica. And of course, Darisha and a few more people. I'm sure Willie will pop on soon. But that's the hard truth. I have to be honest, and I said I would be honest in this, whether and it's a conversation. But I thought I had more time. I really did think I had more time, and that made me start to think about kind of that everyone has probably had that moment, right? Where the intention was there, but the action never came. And that's what I want to talk about today. That oftentimes we have intention, especially around rest, around having the conversation with someone, around the thing that's our goal, the thing that we want to happen, the $1 million idea that we have. We all have the intention, right? But the thing that separates us, and especially as someone who says this all the time to people, is the action, right? So one of the things that I've been sitting with, and for me that has been one of the hardest things, especially as navigating this piece, is really that we're not promised tomorrow, right? So it's all about making that call today, doing the rest today, doing the work today. Again, the difference between intention and action is really the doing. Hey, good morning. I see some other people coming in. As you come into the chat, please tell me where you are streaming from. Thank you for being here. Say a little good morning. And if you've had a situation recently where you wish you had done something, right? Where you had the intention, but you didn't make it to the action part, I want you to talk to me about it in the chat. Tell me what it is. Because remember, we're in this together. But one of the things that I have been not grateful for, but really been sitting in is that grief is a teacher, right? Grief is such a teacher, a professor as a part of our life. It reminds us action is not a luxury, that it really should be a priority of ours. And I feel like I wish 100% that I had made our connection more of a priority. There was just no way. We never do think that someone will be taken from you too soon. You see it from, and I don't want to say too soon. I don't want to say that, right? Because I'm not I don't get to decide how that works, right? But I do want to say that someone I thought I had more time with, as they were taken, it's now so important for me to really start even more deeply thinking back that um, that connection should be priority, right? And oftentimes, in order for us to be our best selves, to do the best connection, we have to make sure that we are saving space and saving time for us, number one, to grieve well, right? But to also be rested, okay? Now, one quick thing, and then I'll get back into it. But y'all see, I got my robe on today. Okay, so now listen, I'm actually staying in the Memphian. And so y'all know, I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? shout out to Glorilla. But so I feel very much at home since I'm in Memphis and got my Memphian got me a robe together. Since you guys know I always wear a robe for this show. I've got plenty of people who are in Memphis with me today. I was actually planning to go and see people. But honestly, please, if you're in Memphis and you didn't get a call from me for me coming around, I really didn't do that to many for anybody really. I really just was here for that one reason and kind of will pop back out. But I'll try to see if I can get back to Memphis, okay? Because I need some more hot wings. I don't know why people in the other places are not giving us the full wing. Why are you giving winglets, okay? And this I feel so disrespected, okay, when people don't give me the rest of the crux of my wing. Those go together. I don't move my arm like this. I mean, I guess I did move my arm like this, but you know what I'm saying? I got a full arm. So give me my full chicken wing arm, right? Or the chicken wing, okay? Stop playing with me. And see, in Memphis, they don't play with you like that. They give you the whole chicken wing, okay? So that's incredibly important. But anyway, y'all, I really want to kind of make sure that it is important, right? Even though I did a little sidetrack, because y'all all know I'm a sidetrack, right? But it's important for us. Dorisha said, not the whole wing. Yes, I don't want half a wing. That is so disrespectful to me. How you gonna? That's like cutting. I'm trying to think about something in half. That's like giving me a burger without with half a patty. You didn't give me the meat. That's crazy. I'm trying to think about. Give me some other examples in the chat. Indiana said yes. We are serious about the wings. Memphis is serious about wings, and other people play too much. Who was the one? Show yourself. If you was the one who was like, you know what? Let's cut these in half so we can get more money for the win. That's crazy to me. That is wild to me that we are out here. You know what? Count your days. Thank you, Erica. That is like cutting a hot dog in half. Whoever it was, I'm about to do some research because I need to know who the person was that said, you know what? We're not going to get them their whole wing. We're going to cut it in half. And that way they can, no, absolutely. Well, Erica, lots of people have half a sub. She's gonna say half a sub. Now, depending on where you at, they cut it and give it. Okay, now you a big baller though. Okay, so you probably get your whole sandwich. I understand. Okay, but yes, absolutely. So anyway, y'all, these folks are cutting up in the comments today. I'm gonna here so that folks can see. I think you can see. I can't see that they're on there, but it's telling me that they are. So anyway, no more distractions because I want us to talk about to really make sure that we're kind of talking about rest, right? Because rest is not always stillness. She said, I need my whole sub. Okay, period. Period. So yes, rest is not always about stillness. I like wrote some things down as I was really navigating this space, right? Because I wanted to make sure that I brought that to you. And so one of the things that I really have been thinking about is that, of course, rest is not stillness. It can be reaching out, it can be reconnecting, and it can also be remembering, right? So we have to understand rest is so much more than just that nap that we take, right? And we've been proponents of helping you guys understand, especially in the books Rest in Leadership, written by myself and, of course, Dr. Kelly Dixon. If you haven't gotten it, make sure that you pick up that book. But there are so many ways for us to feel rested. And oftentimes in moments of grief, oftentimes in moments of challenge, really looking for those ways for us to reach out to people, remember specific people who made us feel safe and rested, but also to reconnecting to those folks that we thought we had so much more time with. Every time people pass, people are always like, I thought I had. We were going to. So, how are you using space, right, in order to no longer be creating those I thought we were going to? How do we move those into actions? Because ultimately, you don't need more time. That's the hardest part. I had to sit with that I didn't need more time. I needed to have more intention with what I had. You do not need more time. You do need intention with what you already have. If this was a church, I would have ran around it. And if that resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Because oftentimes we keep saying we need more time, we need more time, we want more time, we I'm trying to create space for more time. I don't have the time. It's people saying. I have to catch myself saying that all the time. But honestly, I'm calling you out on that. It's not that you need more time. It's that you need intention with the stuff, with the time, with the people that you already have. That you already have. And losing my childhood friend made me really think about that more deeply. Absolutely. Indiana said, yes, you have to be more intentional about nurturing our relationships. Absolutely. That first stage of the NAP framework is all about nurture. And that's for a big piece of it is for ourselves. But as we talk about in the book, community is a huge part of the way that we feel rested. So are we using the intention that we have for rest in order to connect with people who help us feel rested? Who at some point in our life helped us feel rested? And that we drifted away from ultimately, right? Are we doing that? So if you have somebody, if there's somebody, anybody that's on your heart today, I want them to be on your calendar tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but they need to be on your calendar. If somebody is on your heart today, then each Sunday I come. I'm coming every Sunday to remind us of the things to help us spark new things to help us feel rested. And so the challenge that I want you to think about this week is if there is somebody on your heart today, make sure that they on your calendar tomorrow. Because we only have a limited amount of time. Y'all, why did my whole computer just turn off in the middle of this stream? If there are still people here, I appreciate you so much. See, this is the behind the scenes stuff that nobody tells you about. Okay, that. And I know it was because I was really telling y'all some important stuff. If you can see me, please let me know in the comments that you can see me right here. I'm gonna let my computer come on. But absolutely, that's exactly what I was talking about. Indiana wrote back. If someone is on your heart today, make sure they are in your calendar. The disrespect, Eric, it was because of the hot wings. Somebody who be giving people little hot wings. Thank God I have the nap cam. Okay. So anyway, but yes, absolutely. If there is somebody that is on your heart, you need to make sure that they are on your calendar. Because it's just not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. I really did. And this is me calling myself out together with you guys. But I never in a million years thought that I would have more time to talk with this person, I kept going, oh, you know what? When I get a bigger this, or when I have this, or when I blah, 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 I'll invite this person to do this. Or, oh man, like a little, next year, I'll whatever. Y'all, y'all. And now I don't have that chance. So what are you putting off? What are you putting off that you think that later you'll be able to do? And one of the big things that people are putting off is rest. How many times have you heard yourself, I'm going to next weekend? I'm gonna wait to the vacation, to the whatever, right? And there's just not, we may not have the time. We may not have the ability to wait, you guys. We may not be able to put on pause or on the back burner rest, because then we don't show up as the best versions of ourselves, okay? Thank you to everyone that's hung in there while I was waiting on this. It's still talking about updates. This computer never told me that we were about to have updates, but that's how life is, right? I didn't expect my computer to turn off in the middle of this, the same way I didn't expect to lose Kevin. I didn't, right? But yet here we are. And because I'm prepared. So in the pastor or the reverend that did his eulogy talked about being prepared, right? So Kevin specifically worked in airports and or for airlines. He worked for airlines. And and I thought it was so cool that the reverend, who actually was his uncle, was talking about being prepared, like how you need to have your ticket. Like you can't just show up talking about you're about to take a trip and you're not prepared, right? So the same thing, even though he was talking about it in a different capacity, to me, that's the exact same thing for life. Right? If we're not prepared by being rested, by being able to have the things that we need to be our best selves, then how in the world, right? How in the world are we doing the things that we need to do? Okay, I think I may. Let me see if I got Wi-Fi again. We're going to see. Hold on. It says it's available. So I'm going to be doing two things at one time, you guys. But anyway, that just really, really hit me this week. Because I also started to think about, what do I want people to say about me when I'm gone? When I'm not here to say anything else about myself. So losing someone who was incredibly close to me, especially as a child. Y'all, we grew up together. Like Kevin saved my life growing up. I have been telling this story for most of the weekend because it is incredibly true. So when I was growing up, all my 80s kids, and I guess 90s, I got some folks here or whatever. So in the 90s, you can actually play outside, okay? Now, most kids now, I don't know if they be outside or not. I don't be outside, you would think. I mean, well, that's not true. I went to go swimming the other day. Okay, you guys, I'm going to switch over. Okay, can you see me? Let me know if you can see me in the comments. Sorry for all the folks who have been going through it with me this morning. But anyway, so Kevin saved my life. Kevin, for folks who are just joining, is a childhood like best friend of mine. Like you know how parents will always say they took baths together. I'm like, can you please stop telling people that? But almost as I was looking at photos of him, it was so crazy because I have so many backgrounds that have the same photos, because his mom, okay, y'all know how us Black folks do, okay? So folks don't even have to be related to be related, okay? So his mother, I grew up as my auntie my whole life. So we lived like 4 houses down from each other, okay? Aw, hi, my mommy is here this time. Good to see you. She said she can see me. Okay, so that means that y'all can see me too. If my mama can see me, you can see me. Okay. So anyway, we grew up like right down the street together. Did everything together. The only reason I would ever go outside is because number one, Auntie Faye, his mom would always be like, we could go to McDonald's play place. And let me tell you, as a child who hated to be outdoors, McDonald's play place was elite. Top level, because here you were with all of the best stuff to play with, but indoors. If you ever went to a McDonald's play place, let me know, okay? because not only would she take us to the McDonald's play place, okay, but we will always get ice cream. That was when McDonald's ice cream machines was. I don't want no smoke. I don't want McDonald's to come after me. I still don't have no robe. What is it? I still don't have no robe sponsorship, so I don't want no problem with nobody. So I ain't gonna say, but y'all know what I'm saying. All I'm gonna say is every time when I was growing up, I used to be able to go to McDonald's and get ice cream. That's all I'm saying. Now, however the ice cream comes out, I don't know. When I go now, it be challenging. Okay. So anyway, we will always do that. Yes, Erica said McDonald's play place was the play. It was. It, were you if you didn't get to go to McDonald's play place, right? I be asking my husband about this sometimes because he was like, no, that was not something that we was out here doing. But he was like in the country, okay? But if you were a city kid, McDonald's play place was the place to be. I mean, I would be making friends like, hey, see you next Thursday. Like, I don't have no car. How am I see you next Thursday? But I would. Do you see what I'm saying? Be making plans to see more people. But anyway, long story short, we grew up as like best friends. I mean, like I could go to his house anytime, walk up in their house same way he could at mine. But we just grew up together. He saved my life. And so from some dogs. One time we were playing outside and these dogs were trying to attack us. And he was like, Erin, run. And he like pushed me so that I could get safely. And he ended up having to jump up on a house in order to not get eaten by the dogs. So he meant so much to me. But yet, even though I had all of that intention, that's what we've been talking about this entire time, is the difference between intention and action, right? And how oftentimes that's connected to us resting, is connected with us connecting with people who we care about. We've got to have not just intention, but we've got to really be making and using action, because legacy that was what I was talking about. So I really want us to also think about what people will say about us when we're gone. So I sat in his funeral and people had such beautiful things to say about him, that he was funny, that he was kind, that he was respectful, that he was a good person overall, because of course he was raised by such a fantastic, such a fantastic human being like my auntie Faye. I don't know if she'll ever watch this, but she's so special. So of course Kevin would be an amazing human being because he was raised by one, right? I'm kind of good because I was raised by some good people too. But whatever the case is, it made me think about, as sad as it is, what do I want people to say about me? When people are standing in front of my beautiful casket. Well, first of all, I don't even know if I want to be the cat. We ain't gonna go there, okay? But I know that it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, like take some notes for the folks who really know me. I want to make sure, okay, beautiful music, beautiful gowns, okay. But above all of that stuff, right? What will people say? Will they say that every time they came in contact with me, that I was grumpy, that I didn't leave places better than that I came to them? I want them to say that there was a light about me, right? That I inspired people to want better for themselves, to want to be more rested, not just because rest is fantastic, but because it's a strategy and a tool for us to show up as our best creative selves, as our best selves, emotionally, physically, spiritually, right? And the same way I'm calling each other, folks out, the same way I'm calling myself out, right? Because there are many spaces. Don't get me wrong. I'm not always the most rested person in the world. You would think, since we wrote a book about it, that would be the case. But I always have to use the NAP framework to reprioritize things for myself. And also to understand that there are some places in which I still have to grow when it comes to feeling rested, when it comes to practicing strategic rest. And I'm here for that. Okay. But I want to leave you really quickly because I know it's 10:30. Oh my gosh, this goes by so fast. But we lost each other for like a couple minutes. So I mean, more minutes, but I want to leave you with three quick ways to not wait until it's too late. Okay. So I wrote them down. So if you see me looking down, that's what it is because I always want to make sure I bring you the best stuff. Okay. So the first thing is reach out today. That name, again, that's on your heart, reach out. Call them, text them. Don't overthink it. Just reach out. Because I always thought I needed a plan. I needed an event. I needed something, a gathering. Were there other friends that were going to come and then I was going to invite him to this, right? I always thought that that was the case and it wasn't necessary. Don't overthink it, okay? The second thing is I want you to start resting through reflection. Give yourself the space to feel. And in these coming months, that's exactly what I'm going to have to do as I navigate this, right? Navigate this loss. Is really resting through reflection. So I want you to give yourself space to feel. Write it if that's what you do. I'm not a journaler, but I know some people who are. I want you to breathe. Sometimes things get so hectic and chaotic that it literally feels like you're not even taking space to breathe. So I want you to do that. And just like I've done with you today, cry if you need to, okay? What's that song? It's my party. And you can cry if you want to, okay? When do we start becoming a culture of people that can't do an emotion that's so natural to us? Cry if you need to, cry if you want to, okay? As the great philosopher Tabitha Brown would say, that's your business. Okay? Cry if you want to because that is your business. And that's also strategic rest. Understanding and feeling your emotions where they are, taking space, is you practicing strategic rest. And finally, the third thing that I want you to do, right, so that we're not waiting until it's too late, is I want you to celebrate now. I want you to celebrate now. What is it that you've been waiting to celebrate? What is it that you didn't even realize needed celebration? Celebrate now. Tell people what they mean to you now. Don't wait to give people their flowers. I wish beyond anything that I had reminded Kevin of the fact that he saved my life because I told his mom about it and she was kind of like, girl, I didn't even remember that happened. And I was like, yes, it was such a pivotal point in my life. It taught me, number one, that people, well, of course, I already thought that, but it reinforced for me that people outside of just my family, whew, that people outside of my family cared enough to save me. So it allowed me to be open with more people because I knew I could get to that space with folks, right? And I don't think I ever got the opportunity to tell him that that's the story, number one, because he may not have remembered it the same way that I did, but to thank him for that again. So tell people what they mean to you today. Now, don't wait to give them their flowers when they cannot see them or smell them. So today's power nap, okay, it's not about doing more, okay? It's never about doing more. I always tell you that. It's never about doing more, but it is about feeling more. It is about remembering what matters most, okay? So as we obviously experiencing grief right now and maybe you're not, but I hope that this helps someone who is or who has in the past because grief slows us down. It really does. Even when you don't want to be. There were so many things that I needed to do or felt like I needed to do this weekend for my business, for work, for all of these different things. But grief slowed me down. It required me to be somewhere else than to be in my office doing things. It required me to do this show somewhere else, right? But sometimes slowing down is the only way for us to truly wake up. Sometimes slowing down is the only way for us to truly wake up. So as I end, I want you make the call. Say the name. the thing. I want y'all to start resting like you really mean it. Okay? Because tomorrow is not promised. It just is not. They may not be here tomorrow. They may not be here to watch the video, to tell the story, to hear you tell the story about how amazing they were. So do it today. Okay? So, as always, I will see you guys back here next Sunday, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. As always, make good decisions, rest well, and I'll see y'all next week. Take care. If you didn't see my opening clip, I've got it at the end. So let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'd love to hear. See y'all next week. Take care. Bye.